Islam. Peace to everybody out there. We're about to get started. Just hang on. YouTube Ben Hill Bay. This is going to be a great interview. Really looking forward to this. Just hang on and we'll be getting started shortly. right, peace and blessings, fam. You know how we do. First and foremost, we rise, we give honors to the Most High, Father of the universe, Allah. As always, we give honors to the forerunner to the prophet, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And of course, we give honors, we give respect to Prophet Noble Drew Ali for bringing us our divine creed and teaching us that we're more than the labels that have been placed on us, the labels that delude to slavery. Okay, without whom we would not know our divine creed. He connected us back to our ancient ancestors, and for that we always give honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We also give honors to the to the first appointed Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and that's Brother Emily Ill. We give honors to the current Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Brother D. Bailey L. Honors to the Supreme Grand Council, the Grand Body, all tried and true members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, as well as all Moorish Americans out there, period. Even all Asiatics, whether you consider yourself Moorish American or not. We give honors, especially to all those out there who are positive and prosperous, pushing forward, helping to uplift the community. We give honors to you. And we give honors to our guest, Sifu Ben Hill Bey. We're going to go ahead and get started, fam. For those who don't know or who've never heard of this brother before, he actually wrote a book on martial arts, and this is a brother who's been teaching for several years. Brother Ben Hill Bey started training actually at the age of 5. Okay, and I'm not going to go in too much. I'll let him explain, his experience. But basically, he's been training in karate, kung fu, several different styles, and he's also been teaching for several years. His credential list is extensive. Okay, and I was going to show you some footage actually of the brother before we get to speaking with him, and also there's a music video I wanted to share with you guys. It's another brother, Haitian, Moorish Haitian brother who just put out a video showing his Moorish Haitian heritage, and I thought this was awesome. I really wanted to share it with you guys. We'll have his links in the description too if you want to go and check out his music, and we'll go ahead and cut to that, and I'll show you some footage of Sifu, and we'll go ahead and get started. That's amazing. And one of the things that stuck out to me, like you teaching Qigong, like my wife and I have actually been doing that, like practicing that, but off and on. Like we haven't been on it. But like we had this tape that shows you some of the little things that you could do in the morning and then in the evening, with grounding your energy and stuff like that. And
Right.
our children were in Taekwondo, and the teacher, like the master, he actually has like somebody who comes to him like every week for healing, with the healing touch, where he just like lays hands on them, and I mean, I know that's, I'm thinking, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm thinking that may be tied into Qigong, but if you could please just explain us like what styles you've learned, or what you've been teaching, and how long.
Okay. Some of the teaching, which is really quick, I've been teaching just about between 25 and 30 years. I haven't kept count on it at this point. But yeah, it's definitely eclipsed 25 years. But the styles I've learned eagle claw, monkey style, praying mantis, a variety of other styles. I began with Shotokan karate. That was my first started when I began at 5. But Bagua Zong is the system that I specialize in. Bagua Zong was the martial art of the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard, as opposed to, the internal systems consist of 3 styles. Everyone has heard of Shaolin and the various systems that come out of Shaolin. Mine is Wudong or Wu Tang. Those 3 main systems are Tai Chi, Xing Yi, and Bagua. Most people have heard of Tai Chi. It's the stuff that they see the old people doing in the parks. I will say that Tai Chi is not being taught properly here, because that is not Tai Chi. That is a very watered down version of it. Tai Chi is translated as the grand ultimate fist. It's a martial art. What you're seeing in the parks does not look like any kind of grand ultimate fist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the system I teach is Bagua. Bagua is a combat system. Now, all of the internal systems are Qigong related, all right? But the martial aspect is called Negong. Qigong is breath control. It is true that through breath control, what you and your wife are learning right now, yes, you can stabilize your system. You can enhance your system. You can go quite far with Qigong, but Negong, on the other hand, is internal work. This is where you are literally training all aspects of your body internally, and they manifest externally. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. And that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of us, if you're studying spirituality, you know that to actually, change things on the outside, you have to work on the inside.
Absolutely. And one of the things that people, not just our people, but just people in general, because of the society we now live in, we live in a time of instant gratification. Everybody wants it right now. This is what the MMA is all about. Let me get in here, and I think in 6 months that I can become a great fighter or a great warrior, whatever. Not real.
Yeah.
All such things. Anything is about time. Anything worthy is about time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we are talking about the human body. I don't care what they're claiming, so-called sports science and so forth. If you're 5 years old, you're 5 years old. I can't, even if you've, let's say, all right, you're an extremely smart kid. At 10, you're in college.
Yeah.
You're still 10 years old, and your body still has to go through that time. I don't care what's in your brain, your body still has to catch up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I'm saying all that to say that when it comes to our personal health, our self-defense, it's about time, dedication, and discipline. consistency. Yeah, I'm jigging at you about you, you and your wife.
Yeah.
But it's consistency.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to see the results, you've got to get into it. We put time into playing video games and living on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a little bit of time each day into yourself. It's the only way we're going to advance.
Exactly.
But,
so, if you could pause right there, like with you saying that, like if we could, at a greater level, teach that, whether it's being taught in the temples, just, in the community in general, if that's something that, regardless of how old or how young you are, that's something that could improve, our quality of life, that could change the mentality, if we were all practicing this, right?
Yes, absolutely. One of the things, we have a thing called static standing. There are two core exercises in the internal. You're either moving or you're standing still. And you hold these postures. Do you remember in the scriptures where it says, you hear the voice of the Most High through a small, still voice?
Islam, yes.
It is through stillness that we achieve great things. It is the stillness. When we stand holding a posture, when we're walking holding a posture, the whole idea is to keep the mind calm and literally still the mind. Literally. In stillness, everything is revealed. When you're moving, think about it. Things happen in life. A lot of times, we're caught up in it.
Yes.
And in that caught up, you can't see because of everything going on around you. It's in the stillness that everything settles, and what needs to be brought to light, what you need to be focused on, comes to light.
Islam.
With me?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
All right, and that's what it is. They've got us literally running around with our heads cut off, like a chicken with its head cut off,
yes.
I mean, we need to take the time for ourselves, which you hit on something earlier, and I can't remember the line, but I do remember what it brought to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care whether if you come to me or anyone, but we have got to start learning this stuff. Why? One, we're being killed for sport right now.
Yes.
Literally. We're being killed for sport, all right? And that's got to stop. That's it. I mean, come on. As long as we allow it, it's going to continue. Exactly. So we need to know what to do. But even more so, when that's something as bad as that is, something even more alarming to me. About 3 years ago, I heard a report that 62,000 black women and girls were missing.
Wow.
Just gone. Now, just recently, it came back to me again. This time, the numbers are up. There are 75,000 women and little girls missing. And let's flip it to the other side. There are 1.5 million brothers missing.
Wow.
Just gone. Okay?
Yeah, that makes no
now,
sense.
I'm not saying that Kung Fu, karate, taekwondo, whatever, is going to save you necessarily. But it might give you a fighting chance. The training alone might put your mind in a place that you can see your way out. Mm-hmm. If you get caught up in a situation. Because at the end of the day, everybody generally got this mentality that is somebody else until it's you. So why wait? You know what I mean? We never know. You don't know. You can't say that it's not going to happen to me. No black man, no black woman, no black anybody can say this.
That's true.
More anybody, look. No, we are not black. No, we are not Negro. We are not. But look, I'm getting past all of that right now because I don't know the diversity of your audience.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that listen to that, are curious, but they don't really understand, about the Moorish nationality. So it's understood.
Right.
We can reach more people using
I got
that term. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I got that. And finally, my point is, at the end of the day, those that are pulling the trigger, those that are snatching us up, all they see is one thing. I don't care what we call ourselves or what we think of ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm like, look, this has got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if we stop it, because, look, there's no need in even going into it. Ain't nobody helping us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nothing on outside. The only thing that's going to help us is us.
And to, if I could add to what you were saying about the brothers, like over 1 million or 1.5 million going missing, for anybody who thinks that's hard to believe, like I was pulling up this article just to show y'all. In January 2013, the body of Kendrick Johnson was discovered inside a rolled up mat in the gymnasium, and that's in Georgia, Valdosta. And his organs were missing. Okay.
Yep.
His body was stuffed with newspaper. I mean, it's like horrendous. You know, stuff
Indeed.
like this.
Did you hear about the sister? The most recent one was the sister. Yeah. They had her filmed. They filmed her. She was drunk. She was I think she was in the school.
Uh-huh.
They even took her brain.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yo, and then to continue on, and then the next report that they're talking about, very soon these transvestites are going to be able to have babies. Yeah. Really?
Uh-huh.
So where are they getting these uteruses from?
Yeah. Yeah,
where
so I
didn't
want to share that because I was showing the screenshots. I wasn't trying to like put that family through anything or like rehash that stuff, you know, because that stuff is horrendous, but it's real life. This is really occurring out here. It's not a joke.
Yes.
So none of this stuff is made up. And if it sounds horrible, then that should push you to want to do something about it, right?
Yes. And if nothing, protect yourself. Do the things that are needed to protect you. At least try.
Yes.
You know? I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like we're sheep. Yo, listen, man, look, about a month ago, I watched one video of a dude sitting up there. The cops got him against a car. He's sitting up there screaming, I got rights. They're filming it. They shot him twice.
Wow.
They had him and shot him twice. He was trying to get into his own car.
Yeah.
Look, y'all got to do something. Somebody better, look, we need to wake up. All right. I have a warrior's mentality, and so I have a tendency to be hardcore in my approach towards things. But this right here has got me passionate because this is literally us. This isn't an isolated incident. This isn't a personal beef or grudge between me and another individual or even a small group of individuals.
Yeah.
This is our race. Literally. 45 million of us, and we're just here. What, just for the picking? What are we for? We're here for the sport. They have an attitude as if we should not be complaining. We should happily give up our lives or whatever for their entertainment. This is not cute. Come on. Got to do more than that. We got to do more.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm even getting sidetracked, but come on, brother. Hit me with stuff. I'm getting all in this now. Okay.
So I'm reading that you actually wrote a book called Ba. I don't want to mispronounce it.
All right, let me pronounce it for you.
Right.
It's called Ba Gua Zong, a historical analysis.
Okay. And is this a separate? This is a different fighting style. Can you explain that and like what your expertise is in that area?
Okay. I have trained in 4 styles of Bagua Zong. That particular book I wrote, it was based on, there was a heated debate that was going on some years back about the origins of the system, how it began and so forth. That book is literally a historic analysis of all the various stories. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All the various legends and so forth. It's all been compiled, and then I break down why I believe the creation of the system is by the so-called known creator of it as it is. There was no outsiders. There were no, other help. instances. I've just lost my words right now, but that's generally it. And then that's the first section of the book, and then I go into actual methods and applications.
Okay.
Some of the forms that they do, some swords, some weapon forms, some empty hand forms, some of the what we call sensitivity exercises, which have been dubbed push hands. And then at the very back of the book, some of the applications.
Okay, and
from the style.
Okay, and is this a Chinese style, Japanese, what?
It is a Chinese Taoist system. You know what Taoism is.
Okay.
Or we all heard of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
This is actually a Wu-Tang style.
Okay, wow.
Funny story. I'll run by you. Me and my best friend, we were like the only brothers of our level that were in the internal martial arts in the mid-90s.
Okay.
And Wu-Tang Clan was just coming out.
Yeah.
And the symbol, the big Wu, the big W for the Wu-Tang Clan. We're going around New York and we're seeing this symbol popping up all over the place. And we thought this was another martial arts group. And we're running around looking for these guys.
Wow.
They were rappers. It's like, wow. But we were crazy about it for a minute. Had you been there, I guess it was one of those you had to be there because it was hilarious. We fell out when we realized what it was, or who they were,
Was there like a big push of people like in the 80s coming in to, to train or to learn, with the martial arts?
Oh, yes. See, after Bruce Lee really did open the door because, they came in droves.
Yeah.
To learn martial arts, all kinds of various martial arts. The 80s was booming. They were still making the movies, and this of course, is promotion. All right? The 80s and the 90s, a lot of people were still coming in. Even up to the early 2000s, I hosted the first All Bagua tournament for 3 years, from 2000 to 2002.
Okay.
All right. And there was a whole lot. But then we had the MMA. The MMA, which we have long felt to be brawling. Look, at the end of the day, fighting is fighting. This is true. Okay? But, at the end of the day, you want to be more than just fighting. Yes, you want to be able to defend yourself, but come on.
Exactly.
Hurt too. You know what I mean? Who wants to do all that? The martial arts gives you a lot more than just being a bruiser. There's more to it. It's not just let me just punch, kick, and keep it moving. No.
Yeah, because you can't really do like MMA for very long, because of that bruising, that the pain, the punishment that your body's taking,
Absolutely.
And some of these guys, like they
can't
walk, you don't see that though, but to be like 30 something.
Look at former football players. Look at a lot of professional sportsmen. Hey, ballet dancers. They're done. Yeah. After their careers, their bodies are normally done. They're going to get surgery to get replacement this or that. Taking mad cortisone shots. That is real.
Yeah.
That is real. The martial arts prepares your body and builds you gradually. That way, this is how you can see all these old men that are in such great shape. But they don't look like no bodybuilders. They're not looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all that.
Yeah.
These little, seemingly small and slight, but they're more healthy than guys half their age.
Yeah.
So yes, the benefits of the practice, words really can't convey at all.
Yeah. And I could say that too, just with the little bit of Qigong that we were doing, you see, you're doing the energy work. So you're not just doing, you're working on your body too, but you're also doing the unseen, which like you were saying earlier, with the stillness of the mind, that's really where it's at. So it's keeping you in balance, brother, right?
You're right. Because at the end of the day, it's all mind.
Islam, and that's the highest principle, that's the number one Hermetic law. This is that all is mind. If you understand that one, then everything else, you can get it. You can, I mean, it's not to get out of balance with it, which is good because you're working with your body, you're keeping things in balance, but you're also knowing that all is mind. You're knowing about the unseen, and you can't forget it because you're practicing that, right, on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Okay.
The real of the unseen.
All right.
That's
And so
exactly
you were kind of born into this then. How your parents must have been into this for you to have been.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I recently, well, not recently, it's been about almost 20 years since I found out. I did not know, because of what my parents were into at the time, I was born Moorish.
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Okay.
I did not know it. I was born under what I thought I was an Israelite.
Yeah.
All right? But the particular temple that I came under was under Noble Jew Ali.
Wow.
Yeah, from back in 1920 somebody, before he passed, he transformed. But
wow.
yeah. So but I do have some of that. Yeah, I do have that in my pocket. That's true.
All right, and we had somebody in the chat asked if you teach online.
I do. I do have an online course. I do have an online course. My information is there. And so, I mean, if the person is actually, if they're interested in doing that, we can definitely do that. You can just pass my information on to them. Don't promote it, because self-teaching really takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
It does. Now, normally, most of the people that have come to me for that course are already, they're seasoned martial artists. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I'm selling such an advanced course. No, it's all the basics and so forth, but the basics are real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to do this stuff. You have to.
Yeah. Because
it's progressive. You can't do the next thing without having completed the first thing. You really can't, because let's look at it from this perspective. If you can't lift 30 pounds, how are you going to lift 100?
Exactly.
And this is literally what we're saying. Okay, the training is real. You take your time, you go through the process. As time goes on, like they say, a cup a day is a cup a day. But every day you miss, you're losing. Exactly. Make sense? You know what I'm saying? It's like a seed. You got a tire full of air, but you've got this little prick in it.
Yeah.
Every day, normally, you're putting air in the tire for this slow leak. But the day that you miss putting air in that tire, that's just that much more air you lost, because you can only put in the same amount of air each time you go back. You feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and I would probably need to have a teacher, like, physically, because I already know, like how I am, like, with studying, just being on it by myself. But some people may be able to do that. I would say even like when you're teaching, though, you're still, reinforcing it yourself, right? Because when you're so. I'm there. Don't get me wrong. I don't just sell the course. I am very much involved with. Yeah.
My students that have taken the course, they can call me at any time, and I'll walk them through whatever they need. Okay, in terms of helping them out, helping them understand certain things, certain walls they may run into in the practice. But I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Some people do need that person over them to help them get through it. Look, it's not easy. And it's not. And I'm not even, someone say, yo, man, you're trying to sell your course. Yeah, I am. But at the same time, I'm keeping it real. Because I teach for results. I don't just teach to get paid. I really did. When I first began teaching, this was all about our people. It always was. Something we needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of individual commercial teachers out here that are turning out all kinds of individuals. I'm sure you probably know a few too. Dudes that are supposed to have a black belt. Okay?
Yeah.
How long did it take them to get that black belt? 1 or 2 years? That's not a black belt.
Yeah.
That's not a black belt. In tradition, an enigma. The person was an enigma who got one in 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? All of a sudden, because of the commercialism here in the West,
Yeah.
they'll package it up. I mean, I've heard some courses even give you a black belt in 6 months. Are you serious?
Wow.
Okay, you know, and that's the business. Look, I'm looking to our people to look for quality. Like I said, it doesn't have to be me. Get something from somebody. But don't just give your money away either, or your time. Time's the one thing we can't get back. All right? But you have to, you know, do your research. Look into it. See who it is that you're supposedly learning from. You know, for real. For real. You don't want to, you know, I mean, look. Here in the West, the whole thing is about show me this piece of paper that says you're qualified to do this or that. You know how many individuals out here got that piece of paper but don't know crap?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all
They're
about
supposed
the
to be
degrees
this.
or whatever,
Exactly. They got all these degrees. They got all this and that. But when you actually sit down and let's talk about this, they, no.
Yeah.
All right? Just straight up dumb blonde. Okay? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Do your research. The papers don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Because those that have put in the work, you know the difference. You know the difference. All right? Because they're going to come at you with a particular type of way. Those that's trying to just get paid, you'll know that too. You know? But don't, you know, go on the surface of anything. Not when it comes to this, because we're talking about your life. Whether you're talking about self-defense or health, it's still all about your life.
Yep.
You know, so. Yeah.
Now, how long have you been teaching martial arts?
For at least the last 25 years. Wait a minute. My first official class began in 92.
Okay.
Yes, I began teaching officially in 1992.
Okay. All right. And where exactly, like, are you located for people that, you know, may be near you?
Currently, I'm in Pennsylvania. Most of my students were in New York.
Okay.
All right, but I also travel. I'm still doing seminars and workshops and so forth. If somebody wants to make the trip out here, I can accommodate them out here. But at the moment, I am in Pennsylvania.
All right.
Allentown, Pennsylvania, to be exact.
Okay.
So.
All right, and if you could touch on Qigong, you were saying that this is basically like breathing, or the science of breathing, kind of. How could something like this be healing? You know, like I might be wrong when I was saying I saw the teacher. I know he was doing the healing touch, but I think he was doing Qigong or like a Korean style of that.
Yeah, it's most likely it's a version based on the Chinese method. All right. This with the Qigong thing is literally thousands of years old with China and so forth. But in explaining it, the average person does not get enough oxygen. We breathe in our upper lungs, in our upper chest. In the West, a broad, wide chest is a symbol of vitality, health. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The truth of the matter is our lungs go all the way down. Feel where your ribs go. Follow all the way down to the floating rib. Our lungs, if you can feel them, like you feel you're just on the side of your stomach.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
See, Qigong allows the body to get far more oxygen. And because you are controlling the breath, you are controlling the amount of time that this oxygen stays in the body.
Okay.
A well-oxygenated body will produce and heal, and you follow what I'm saying, and enhance itself.
Okay.
It is doing these breathing exercises. You're literally just giving the body more air and allowing it to reach further into the body than what we normally do by the regular breathing that we do.
Islam. Okay. Okay. Understand.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me think of something else. Shout out to brother Aleem Bay. Peace to that brother. He spoke about the breathing and how, like, when you slow your breaths down, you also
Yes.
raise your consciousness up. And then
Yes.
when you know,
Yes.
when you apply that to meditation, of course, we meditate. So, you know, you want to slow
Exactly.
down to, I can't remember exactly how many beats per minute, you know, but breaths per minute. But, you know, when you slow that down, of course, it raises the consciousness level up.
It brings you to a state. It makes you relax. In that relaxation, the deeper you go consciously, and apparent, and to the point of reaching stillness. You know,
Islam.
That's it. That's it. The breath ultimately leads you there. But again, back to the mind, because the mind leads the breath. Energy follows thought. Just never forget that. Energy follows thought. How we think with the particular type of energy that we are producing, yes, we can manifest quite a few great things. But at the end of the day, it's about the will. This is what I'm saying. It's all about mind. The Qigong, or what I was saying, the static postures or the moving postures, these foster the will. And building the will, then you can see some real amazing things that the mind can do. But the average individual doesn't know how strong their will is, or they've applied their will to something that's not that deep. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it has to be trained. I mean, look, a couple, at least what are you saying here? Say 500 years ago. 500 years ago, before the world was tainted, so to speak, we still had, what do you call it? Wow, word just left my mind. What was it when they used to take, in all tribes, villages, they used to take the boys out?
Oh, rite of
Manhood
passage.
training. Yeah, rites of passage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In that rite of passage, such methods were taught.
Yes.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was part of manhood training. Okay? But of course, these things don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You can only get it unless you come through somebody like me, or, you know what I'm saying, or organization situations that have that set up. But on the average, you don't find that anymore. No one has to deal with that. The closest they come to dealing with that is in the military.
Yeah.
And even then, they only do what's boot camp? 2-3 months? And then it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. All right? Again, it's something that has to be developed over a course of time.
Yeah.
The deal is this, just to give you an idea of what time am I talking about. If you train hardcore for 7 years, you're set for life. Your body will remember this for the rest of your life.
Islam. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just like every 7 years, we have new skin. Every 7 years, you know what I'm saying? The cycles.
Yes.
All right? But it's in going through these cycles of enhancement. Your body will not go back if you actually train that way for 7 continuous years. You'll be healthy.
Yeah.
Period.
Islam.
I mean, I can almost.
Yeah.
I can definitely make that statement, because when I moved to Atlanta in '97, I stopped training, dealing with family and such. I literally stopped training, didn't do much but maybe review every once in a while for 5 years. I didn't lose anything.
Yeah. Wow.
Literally. I was like, wow. I
Yeah.
mean, I worked out, I did a few things. I mean, yes, I wasn't pristine, but I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
I put in a good month of, really getting down. I was right back as if I had never stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
so it's like
I
learning
really
how to
stopped.
ride a bike, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You understand? I literally stopped. I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, literally. And it maintained me.
Wow.
It maintained me regardless. I'm like, hey, and that was a little self-discovery. That was something I had read about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, doing my own research, but then to have, actually experience and see it happen.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it's real. You know?
Wow.
I mean, definitely. So I'm big advocate for what I do.
Yeah.
The health is real. I mean, I do using Qigong and Neigong methods. I hired a friend. I mean, I healed a friend's mother. She had high blood pressure, and she hated the pills.
Yeah.
She couldn't stand the pills. He thought about it. He brought it to me, asking whether or not the Qigong could help her, so forth. And we got into it. She trained with me for 2 months. And the second month, she went back to her doctor. And at first, I thought they were just playing with me, just to make a point. But she threw she threw the medicine at the doctor, literally. Literally.
Yeah.
She didn't need it anymore, anything, just from doing the Qigong.
Yeah, if I could stop you just right there real quick, like
yes.
What he's saying, like we know that, well, a lot of us know that the approach that they take here in Western medicine is to treat the symptoms. They're not actually healing anything because most of the time, it's something that we're doing to ourselves that needs to be stopped, and we need to change our lifestyle to actually heal the body. So that's, I mean, like what he's saying, that's not hard to believe, right?
No, not at all. But I will say this, though, bro, and this is real. I have come to find this beyond the martial arts. 99.9% of most of the diseases and issues that we are dealing with comes from food.
Can you say that again?
It comes 99.9% of most of our diseases, ills, issues, even on a psychological level, comes from food.
Okay. Yeah.
It is the food that we are ingesting that they are giving us. Do not think, I don't care. I mean, I've really been looking at this.
Yeah.
First of all, everything, they've got up there what they're calling GMO and then non-GMO. I submit to you that most of the crap is GMO.
Yeah.
Most of it. Okay? The label, forget all of that. The fact that you can go into a store, at least where I'm at right now, I cannot find seeds.
Yeah.
No fruit with seeds. The fact that
yeah.
I'm looking at these little basketball things they're calling, or rather soccer ball things that they're calling watermelon.
Yeah, I just saw those today.
You know? I mean, I'm like, wow. All the food. I mean, and meat. We weren't made to eat meat. That was supposed to be a substitute till things got right again, but we kept with the meat.
Yeah.
All right? The body does not digest meat. Meat is what helps hold disease in the body while also creating disease. Because the body does not digest it properly, it literally ferments.
Yeah.
Need I say anything more?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It ferments. Of course, that's a bed house of disease.
Yeah.
And it's in your body. You know what I mean? I mean, things like that. Watching our diets and definitely drinking more water and drinking spring water, not filtered water, not Powerade, no. These are still things that have been chemicalized.
Yeah.
Spring water is the one thing that our body is made literally for our body. You know? I mean, these things combined with proper rest, proper exercise, gives you a healthy mind and body. Most individuals are into their body. They're not realizing that what actually helps the mind as well. The body is supposed to be the temple by which the mind resides.
Yeah,
so
that's
if the
what
house is dirty. I mean, no. I mean, that's it. That's basically it. If the house is dirty, then how clear is your mind?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I thought it was really important to have you on here because, I mean, what you just said about the rites of passage, that's powerful because, they're seriously lacking. And with us returning to the ways of our forefathers and foremothers, returning to the ways of the ancients, that means we need to be going back, to the tribal traditions and things that we've been keeping up, that enabled us to realize our true potential. So we're not even anywhere close to, to that if we're not able to be in balance. And I can see how, practicing And this would help in so many ways. I mean, you could just go outside and just see how the community's doing, as a whole. None of these things would be flying if people were practicing and on it like that. And especially if this was something that was being taught in the homes, which we would have to start from where we're at right now. We need to go, we need to have more teachers getting this out to the people before we can even be to that point.
You're absolutely correct, and this is where I've been with it. Like I said, this is something our people need, something we need. So literally, I've offered my classes, my teaching for years. For years. We've got to, I don't know what the thought is. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, for the why not? Actually, but I think I do. Because there's always somebody else until it's you.
Yeah.
Individuals don't want to start doing something about a situation until they're in it. Yeah. Instead of being proactive and be preventative. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Like I said, yes, this is my profession. It is. But I don't even care about that as much as it's about us.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I wanted to add something too. Like we lived in Brazil. Like I lived there with my family for like 5 years in this state called Bahia, and in that state in particular, there's a lot of people practice this Afro-Brazilian martial art. Yeah, capoeira.
Capoeira.
And so like it's almost like what you would think of in China, where people would say everybody does kung fu. It's almost like that. Yeah. And so like there, you literally you got like people that's like 84 years old. And they're still able to move furniture and, work, like real hard work and get up and down the stairs, no problems, no cane, none of that stuff.
Look at our people here. Look at the pain that they're in. Look at all the medication, the amount of money that they're spending on that medication per month.
Yeah.
Man, it's bad. Okay? The condition our people fall into after a certain age.
Yeah.
So that's all about genetics when it actually hits them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It does not have to be. All right? Because I still look at the so-called uncivilized, who they call savages.
Yeah.
Where the tribes that have been untouched by so-called civilization and technology and so forth.
Yeah.
These people don't have none of the medical issues that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody has eye issues. Everybody can see. You're 90 years old, you can see as well as the 5-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, it says a lot, man.
Yeah.
It says a lot. A whole lot.
That's powerful.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You know, and what I teach is to help bring our people back. At least some semblance of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we still live where we live. We're still stressed out. We're still, you know what I'm saying? But this is to help alleviate some of that until the situation gets better. Then you can go even further with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm with you. Somebody said in the chat, this is extremely important, especially for our women. So I definitely agree. I think this is an important, discussion, something that we need to keep having, going forward in the future, because I feel like this is something that like at least every temple, should be implementing, as they grow and start to have businesses. There needs to be, martial arts, and this needs to be, something that is
Brother,
given to all of them.
I wrote a little manual for us. A non-lethal thing for the mufti.
Yeah.
All right. About 25 techniques. I wrote a book teaching these things, how to do it, but I'm not hearing no comeback on it, no feedback on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
we don't have time for excuses, We have to get it done. Like if people weren't, picking up on it in the past, that's in the past. We can't move like that. It's time, man. And we have brothers here, brothers and sisters like yourself, that's teaching, that have the wisdom, and that want to contribute this to the community at large, and this is something that needs to be implemented. We need to go on and move on that.
Absolutely, absolutely, brother.
Right.
I can't emphasize it enough.
Definitely.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm going after you.
I'm saying between food, self-defense, I mean, even moral ethics, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We need that because we're wild. We're straight up wild.
Yeah.
We are. All right. I mean, and at the end of the day, loyalty and fealty to us, for us, about us. There's too much. I got to get my money.
Yeah.
To get the next nigga. You know, I mean, you feel what I'm saying? That's the mentality that's got to end.
Yeah.
It's got to end, because as long as that continues, we got mad traders, man. We got mad traders.
Yeah.
All right, and no, but I mean, and how do we end that? Where does that come from? Because we're literally all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this is not. This has got to stop, and it's got to begin somewhere. If this can be, something as a base for it to begin, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. What? Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm with you. I mean, whether people are, in the more Science Temple of America or not, I think we need to be doing this. Everyone, but it's especially our people, especially the Asiatics out there. Yes. We need to be on this. This is something that from the perspective of the temple, we need to have this. It needs to be on board, part of the structure, because it goes right in alignment, with the teachings that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali established. It's right in alignment with it. This is something that needs to be, like mandatory for all of us. And I think that's important. This is an important discussion to have, and we need to go ahead and get on the ball and make this a reality.
Hey, look, man, there's a few bad. There's some good brothers out here. When I'm saying bad, they know this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And I happen to know of at least one. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
In the temple. All right. He's definitely doing his thing in the temple. But then again, no. You know what? Actually, no. He's a teacher. It just dawned on me.
Yeah.
I know he's a teacher, but I don't know if the temple is doing anything. I know he's got a good amount of students. It just dawned on me. I can't say it's not so, but your point is valid at the end of the day. Every temple should have this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who cares. It's the discipline. It's the whole, it's what comes with it, what's behind it. That's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, even if you're not just doing it just for this generation right here, you're doing it also for your children and your grandchildren, so that it can be handed down. It needs to be mandatory. Like everybody needs to be learning this and getting on it. I mean, you can see the benefits of it just from what's been spoken on over this last hour. Okay,
and this is true. And our security, brother.
Yeah.
Mainly our security. I mean, not mainly, but as part of it's our security. In the temple, the temple standard should be above average.
Yeah.
All right, everyone else is one thing, but in the temple, everybody needs to be on point as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, because of who and what we are, we're still a target. Yo, they showed you in Philly, they'll blow the whole building up to get to you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know. But, hey, I mean, I don't know. Is it wishful thinking? Is it too spiritual? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's a limit. Yes, the spirituality is real. Nobody, I can't argue, or nor would I try. I'm too much into it myself.
Yeah.
But reality is reality. Somebody sitting up here, coming down here, breaking down the door. Prayer ain't stopping that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's a rise in consciousness, and I think even though you have a lot of money being put into the media, mass media, to keep the people dumbed down, to keep the people focused on the savagery, the carnal nature, You know,
Yes.
You still
Yes.
have that rise in consciousness, and then there's a lot of
You're
people
right.
who, you know, even though they're being inundated with all this stuff, and that's all they know, they might not have any guides there to help them. They're still, you know, looking for it, right? So,
Brother,
I
and
think,
you're
like
right.
you were saying, the temple could be one of the ones to lead the way, you know, to make this steady.
Yes. 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 Ready to get to a point. You got nice, good practitioners. The brothers can go out on whatever Morris activity as far as reaching out to the community and demonstrate. This opens up doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, various things. A lot of parents don't know because of society. They're shutting down the parks, tearing them up. They don't know what to do with their kids.
Yeah.
Hell, there's nothing to do with them, so they have no choice but to let them just go. And we know what happened. All right? So, no, they need something to do. Here's something to do.
Yep. Could be source of revenue, too, you know, where you have the
Absolutely.
school, the dojo, teaching people in the community. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
So I definitely think this is important. Like I said, I think we need to keep this discussion going, and we need to make this reality, right? And I hope everybody that's tuning in, you guys understand too and see the importance of it. And some of the people saying this in the chat, if you agree, make sure you share this video. All right, anybody that's watching this and agree, you understand what's being said, make sure you hit share. Spread this message, because this needs to be done now. We're not waiting, you know. We need to go on and make this happen.
Yeah, if I may interject. And there are no teachers in your area, I'm open for seminars. This brother here can give you my contact information, and we can make it happen. I can come to you and teach seminars and workshops. You know what I'm saying? I have the online course.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, whatever it takes. If you're truly interested and you want to do this, reach out to me. Reach out.
All right. And maybe, like he said, maybe that's a way, too, to help spread it, like with taking the online courses, corresponding with him. You know, we need to make it happen. I mean, this needs to keep going forward, and I think it's time to make this into a reality. We need to go on and implement this in the next year or so, and make this something that's being done across the nation. All right?
Yeah.
There's no more time to play. And I think that's pretty much obvious. We won't really even have to say anything else about that.
Islam.
Yeah. But we're coming to a close. I want to remind everybody that we have the links for this brother's Sifu Ben Hilbey. The links for his book. He's got an ebook and a physical copy you can get, and also the website is in here in the description for this video. So you can just go to the description and click on those links. You can email me at bay@moresinamerica.com. But all of this information is in the links in the description. All right. So if you're on your phone, just go into the video description. All right. And if there's anything else that you wanted to share before we close, feel free to share that. Or if there's anything I left out, go ahead.
Oh, no, brother. As far as this segment is concerned, I think we covered much. I mean, I hope your audience also agrees. And hopefully we can do this again soon, and we can take it even further. No?
All right. Yeah, Islam. Okay, so once again, just if you agree, if you feel what's being said, make sure you like and share this video to help spread this information. All right, to help more people see this and hear this discussion. All right, and we will continue this in the future, say in the next 2 or 3 months. And I just want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank everybody. Thank everybody for tuning in. And once again, just click like and share this video, okay? Make sure you share this on social media. Tag your family and friends in this too. All right? And I just want to thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, look, I appreciate it. Islam. I appreciate it.
Islamism. Okay, so on that note, we're going to go ahead and end everything. Thank you, everybody. Y'all peace. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Peace.